The message that God has for you today is highly intriguing, and you need to look into it as soon as possible. Someone who is not known to you was discovered outside of your residence. They have devised a scheme to destroy your hopes, your goals, and your future with the assistance of your neighbors, whom you did not suspect as being involved. You have always been under the impression that your house is secure and that your aspirations are safeguarded. But what if the most significant threat is hiding closer than you could have ever imagined? You're going to hear something that will completely alter everything. Remain vigilant, for your life might be in jeopardy. You have placed your faith in people around you, yet God is revealing a sinister reality to you. It is possible that someone you have considered a friend, a neighbor, or even a member of your own family is plotting against you. The plan that this stranger has is not arbitrary. As a result of their careful observation and analysis of your actions, they are now recruiting the assistance of people who are closest to you in order to bring you down. Are you aware of the uneasiness that you've experienced? It is the peculiar feeling that things is not quite right. You did not have a vivid imagination. God, on the other hand, is aware of everything that happens. There is nothing that he is unaware of. The assault on your hopes and future has been uncovered, and it has been stopped before it could bring about your demise. As a result of the fact that God is always 10 steps ahead, the plan that they have just concocted is already coming apart. Their hushed conversations, their conspiracies, and their lies. The angels that God has sent to protect you have surrounded you and are protecting you from every scorching arrow that is directed at your destiny. You may have had moments of self-doubt while you were alone in the stillness. It's possible that you believe that the delays and setbacks were due to your actions. On the other hand, this was not about your errors. Rather, it was a spiritual assault. If you believe in God, I would be grateful if you would like and share this video. Despite the fact that they intended to destroy your optimism, they failed to recognize one thing. There is a hand of God on you. All of the weapons that they have crafted are already falling apart because they failed to account for the heavenly protection that you provide. According to the 7th verse of Psalm 91, even if 1,000 people die by your side and 10,000 people fall at your right hand, it will not get close to you. It is certain that God will fulfill his promises, and they are now working in your favor. Even as you read this, the schemes that have been devised against you are falling apart. The power of God is dismantling every kind of deception, every kind of treachery, and every kind of effort to take your calm. When the adversary comes in like a flood, God sets a standard with the intention of defeating them. For the time being, unanticipated assistance is on the way. You're going to be defended by someone who you did not anticipate, or maybe someone who you have neglected to take into account. God has chosen a guardian, a protector, who will put up an effort to defend you and defend you. A light will be shed on the darkness that has encircled you, and this individual will reveal the falsehoods that have been spoken about you. Their bravery will serve as a source of motivation for you, and their deeds will serve as a reminder that God never neglects his own. When individuals who conspired against you return to you and ask for forgiveness, however, you should not be startled by their behavior. They will be crushed by their guilt, and they will be compelled to accept that God is on your side for the first time. You have already achieved victory. You will also be able to see your adversaries as they collapse at your feet. After they had convinced themselves that they had you in their grasp, an unexpected event will take place. It is inevitable that one of the conspirators would betray the others. Due to the fact that they failed to recognize the deity that you worship, they will be overcome with feelings of shame and terror. It is important that you be ready for a confession that will take you by surprise in the days ahead. Everything, including every lie, every conspiracy, and every scheme, will be revealed by them. The truth will be like a torrent, sweeping away the darkness as it comes rushing in. Also, while you listen to this confession, keep in mind that God has been planning this all along. God is converting what they intended for bad into something that is best for you. He is elevating you, strengthening you, and blessing you beyond your wildest dreams by means of their betrayal of you with their treachery. You could be experiencing the pain of betrayal right now, but you should know that God's justice is both prompt and certain. Everyone who has wronged you will be held accountable for their actions. It is true that He is a God of kindness, but He is also a God of authority. Your adversaries will not be able to remain unaffected by the results of their deeds. But in addition to that, God is urging you to climb above. To achieve freedom, you must first learn to forgive. Rather than being for them, it is for you. Give them forgiveness, not because they are deserving of it, but because you are deserving of peace. If you have trust, type 333. The remainder will be overseen by God. Already, He is hard at work behind the scenes to bring back all that you thought you had lost. Your hopes, your tranquility, and your happiness. It is all coming back, magnified beyond any conceivable number. There are instances when the most significant breakthrough occurs immediately after the most intense fight. This is your time to shine. God is presenting you with fresh opportunities. There are opportunities on the horizon that you could never have anticipated. After being examined and improved, you are now prepared to go on. Although it was unpleasant, the betrayal served to prepare you for the rewards that were to come. In reality, what you believed to be the conclusion was only the beginning. This is what the Bible says in Isaiah 43 verse 19. See, I am doing a new thing. Do you not notice that it presents itself at this moment? Something fresh and exciting is going to take place in your life. Prepare yourself for miracles. Be prepared to receive favors. Prepare yourself for the possibility of the impossible. Things that they had intended to bring about your destruction are going to become the foundation upon which you will be elevated. The situation is about to undergo a dramatic turnaround, and the tables are turning. The very same individuals who attempted to bring you down will be compelled to watch as God gives you a new beginning. The strategies that they devise will serve as stepping stones. Not only will the benefits come pouring down, but they will be so abundant that even your adversaries will be astounded. Do not forget that God's timing is impeccable. He intervenes and alters everything just when you feel like you've reached the conclusion. Get ready, for something really extraordinary is about to take place. There is a change occurring in the spiritual world. and it is heading in a direction that is favorable to you. They were under the impression that they were protected by the darkness. But God is the one who reveals hidden things. All of the things that were concealed are being brought to light. You should be ready, because in a short amount of time, identities will be revealed, alliances will fall apart, and their falsehoods will be revealed right in front of your eyes. As a result of the truth coming out in such a manner that they are unable to conceal it, the humiliation that they attempted to inflict on you will become their responsibility to bear. It is at this time that God will publicly vindicate you. There is no need for you to take any action since God is waging this war on your behalf. All of the accusations and false statements will be hushed, and people who had doubts about you will be able to see your climb to power. In the same way that the truth will resound like thunder, your purity will shine brightly like the high midday sun. If you have faith, type 222. This is the portion that they were not expecting to happen. What was taken from us is not only being restored by God, but He is also doubling it. You believe that you were just going to make it through the day, but God is about to shower you with an abundance of blessings. Financial benefits, fresh possibilities, and relationships that have been repaired. You're going to experience it all in waves. They want to take everything away from you, but instead, they are preparing the ground for God to shower you with favor that is above anything you could ever fathom. Do you remember Job? All of his possessions were taken away from him, but when God restored him, he was given twice as much as he had lost. It is time for you to take action. Get yourself ready for twice the happiness, twice the tranquility, and twice the wealth. Someone from the exact same gang that plotted against you will come out to you during the next 3 days, and their message will be urgent. Despite the fact that they will confess everything, there is a catch. Their confession will be accompanied with an offer. They will attempt to negotiate a deal with you in the hope that they may influence the result of the situation. Nevertheless, God is warning us not to be deceived. The fact that they are so desperate is a clear indication that you have already won. Pay close attention to what they have to say, but have faith in what God is trying to teach you. Because of Him, you will have insight. It will be clear to you that there is a distinction between telling the truth and lying, as well as between remorse and manipulation. Your next step is really important. Have faith in God, not in what they say. When you reach this point in the narrative, the tide begins to turn in your favor for good. They are no longer going to use you as a target for their plans. From where you are standing in the winner's circle, you are the victor. The glory of God is being bestowed upon you. You have persevered through the assaults, the treachery, and the suffering. Now, it is time for you to achieve victory. Those individuals who saw your suffering will now be able to see your ascent. The brightness of God will be seen streaming through you, and others will see it. You are about to enter a period in which your name will be praised rather than slandered, but rather revered. People who attempted to ruin you will eventually come to you in an attempt to ask for forgiveness. But by that time, you will be so busy moving on with your destiny that you will not even be able to look back. It is not just that God has protected you, but that He has also selected you to be great. The purpose of this assault was never to bring about your destruction. Rather, It was to get you ready for a more serious mission. Your destiny is to take the lead, to shine, and to inspire others. Because with every cry, every heartache, and every moment of uncertainty, you are being refined, and you are becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient as a result. It is said in Jeremiah 29 verse 11 that because I am aware of the plans that I have for you, says the Lord, plans that will bring you success and not harm, plans that will provide you with hope and a promising future. Nothing, not even a weapon, not even a conspiracy, and not even an adversary can stop what God is going to perform in your life. Your future is bright. Accept it, have faith in it, and go forth with confidence into your future. You should brace yourself because during the next few days, someone you least anticipate will come forward with a revelation that will leave you speechless. They will succumb to the pressure of dread and guilt, and they will break. They have been keeping secrets from one another, but the impending strain will be too much for them to endure. What they disclose will not only show the conspiracy that has been hatched against you, but it will also validate every hunch that you have had about the individuals who have attempted to do you damage. To add insult to injury, however, their reasons for admitting are not entirely honest. They will approach you, not in search of forgiveness, but in need of protection. They are utterly scared of the repercussions, and they are under the impression that you are the only answer to their safety. If you believe in God, type 444. Here is what God is saying. Be as shrewd as a snake and as gentle as a dove. Listen, but don't let yourself be fooled. They are maintaining their efforts to influence the result in a way that will benefit them. God is working to bring about a transfer of wealth in your favor. Even if you may not be able to see it just yet, you will get a tenfold increase in the resources that they attempted to take from you. These resources will be doubled. In order to reclaim what they have illegally taken, the wicked are being compelled to surrender their hands. Contracts will be declared null and void, and obligations will be discharged. Furthermore, unanticipated financial breakthroughs are on the horizon. In verse 22 of Proverbs chapter 13, it is said that the riches of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. Right now is the time for you to make good on your commitment. You are going to enter a period of an abundance that has never been seen before. Those things that were kept from you are now being disclosed, and in a shorter amount of time than you anticipate. It is important to be prepared for unexpected opportunities, unexpected payouts, and checks that arrive in the mail. You will soon be able to live without worrying about money. Those who have been plotting against you will soon want your assistance, which is an ironic situation. They had no idea that things would turn out the way they predicted, but now they find themselves in predicaments from which they have no way out. It is the exact same individuals who have been working to harm you who will come to ask your compassion. In addition, when they do, you will be required to make a decision. Would you not be willing to give to them the same grace that God has shown to you? Always keep in mind that the key to your strength is not vengeance, but rather forgiveness. There is a summons from God for you to soar above. If you want to demonstrate to them what genuine strength looks like, this is your chance. You are not the person that they believed you to be. You are more powerful, more knowledgeable, and blessed with heavenly favor. When you demonstrate the power of grace to others, You will see how God raises you to even greater heights. You are far closer than you believe. At this very now, the breakthrough that you have been yearning for is within your reach. You have persevered through the darkness, and now you are climbing into the light. Congratulations. Every single chain is cracking, every single impediment is falling apart, and every single delay is transforming into acceleration. The doors that were before shut are now opening their doors with the might of the divine. Let's get to the most interesting part, shall we? There is not simply one breakthrough. Rather, there is a chain reaction, similar to a dam that has given way. Every aspect of your life, including your relationships, your health, your wealth, and your purpose, will be showered with blessings. Make sure you are ready. The gates of heaven have been opened, and the favor of God is making its way toward you. Right now is the time for you to take the spotlight. God never fails to reserve the finest for the very end. Be ready for a miracle that will be so monumental that it will leave you dumbfounded. You will get it in the most unanticipated manner, whether it be by a phone call, a letter, or an unexpected meeting. This miracle will serve as conclusive evidence that God has not only preserved you, but has also rewarded you for your loyalty. It will arrive quickly, and it will arrive right now. It is important to be prepared to accept it with a thankful heart and open arms. The stars are aligning perfectly. You have made it through the storm, the fight has been won, and the triumph is yours. As you stand on the precipice of a miracle, you should not be afraid to go on to it. Type Amen to manifest. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more angel messages.